Hello, Steve 89. Okay. ThunderCats Raw. When I first heard about this show, I was, like all fans, I was like, what the fuck? Um, Basically, the original ThunderCats was a serious action series for kids. It was done well, it had good animation. It's a classic, it has lasted decades, it still has fans. It had a great toy line, which still has fans and has um, new versions of the same toys being released 20, 30 years later. But instead of embracing this, of course, the repurposes, because you can't call them creators, because all they do is take properties that already exist and then remake them. And usually to their detriment, they basically did some attempt at a parody, I guess is the kindest thing you can call it, where they just did a cheaper than cheap, tackier than tacky, worse than Teen Titans Go sort of take on the series, where it just looks like the most ridiculous kid drawings of the characters. And it just makes fun of everything. It makes Lino into a fool, of course, because you can't have a male action figure hero in this time, apparently. So they absolutely destroy him. And I'd heard about this and I thought, oh, God. I just thought, look, just consider it's for kids, ignore it. No one's going to take it seriously. And I watched the first episode and it was borderline offensive. It was tacky, it was crappy, it was lame, it wasn't funny. It was made for kids or people with the mentality of children anyway. And I sort of let it go. I thought, whatever. I did one video about it, I think, or maybe two. And I let go. But then they had to double down and go to another level, and it's really low. They got, and this is, I've lost respect for them. They got the original voice actor, Larry Kenny, for Lino, and the voice actor for the 2011 Lino, because they did a really good, someone did a really good 2011 series of Thundercats. I bought the toys, I got the cartoon, blah, 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 I've got the DVDs. It looks good. I don't know why it didn't last longer. I think it was a bit ahead of its time, is sort of what people are saying. They got those two actors back, and they actually have an episode of Teen Titans Go, which, or is it Teen Titans? I think it's Teen Titans Go. I don't watch these shows. I'm not a kid. Um, they have it, and they have basically the characters are looking forward to a new new Thundercats series, reboot, whatever, of the Thundercats series, and they're all excited. And then when they see it, they get disappointed because it's crap. And then, but no, they get talked down and told by Lino himself. They actually have a decent replica of the artwork or the art style Lino, voiced by the original actor Larry Kenny, who basically shows up and basically defends Teen Titans, Thundercats Go, who are in the episode, and says that basically he's shown them that it's Thundercats Raw is a worthy successor to the original, and anyone who says different has a poop mouth with poop opinions. So they're basically saying our opinions are shit, and we are shit. Us, the fans, the people who have supported the show for longer than I want to admit, decades, who buy the toys, who buy the comics, who buy the collectibles, not these people on Twitter and the people who will support this show, who've never watched the show, never bought a toy, never bought a comic, never will. They are saying we are shit. Us, the fans who've supported them, we are shit. Just make that very clear. We are shit, in their opinion. This studio, these people producing this cartoon, who have the license, who have the IP, who have the rights, consider us, the fans, to be shit. And we are supposed to watch the show. We are supposed to buy the toys. We are supposed to continue to support the merchandise for these people who tell us we are shit. I don't think so. I'm not shit. We're not shit. None of the fans are shit. What shit is the show? What shit is the people producing it? And just to prove that, so it's undeniable, they take the absolute bottom gutter blow. One of the actors died, the original actor for Panthro, and just to make fun of that, like, oh yeah, he's dead. Your actor's dead. Your show's dead. You're dead. You're shit. Basically, your shit is over. This is the new. This is the new. This is what's relevant, and you're old and shit and dead. They have the corpse of Panthro, the rotted corpse of Panthro, down in the bottom corner, while they're talking about how bad the original show was and how great the new one is and how anyone who thinks any different is shit. So this is just disgusting. I mean, talk about shit. These people are shit. We're not shit. We're great. We're wonderful. We've been supporting this show for 30 years. We are quality enough people to know that this is disgusting and not how you treat a legacy or an IP or the memory of an actor who gave years of his life to performing the character and years of his life supporting and talking to fans and doing all this, and this is how they treat his memory and his character and the show and the fans. I don't think I've seen anything this disgusting. I think this is the bottom of the barrel at this moment. Yeah, it's pretty clear we are at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, Star Trek Discovery has taken a dump on Star Trek. Doctor Who has thrown out 50 years of mythology just for the sake of... I mean, what did they do? They basically said white people stole everything from people of colour and we're all evil and, destroy the patriarchy and all that, and that's fine. I mean, it's just this constant attack on the franchises, which they seem to think represent some patriarchal oppression over women and minorities, and it's just this bizarre thing. And I mean, the Panthro corpse, corpse. What that is to me is, you can see the people who are doing this are narcissistic sociopaths. That they don't have any real normal human reactions. They don't bat an eyelid at making fun of the deceased voice actor of a character that they are taking on the legacy for. They think this is funny. They think this is clever. They think they're sticking it to us. And they actually don't see how vile it is. It's just like with She-Ra, where they trashed the original show just to make their show look good. They trashed the original show, criticised the actors, implied the actors and the writers were homophobic and prejudiced and racist and all this, and that the creators were and the show was, banking on the fact that their new fans and Twitterverse people and people on Instagram have never seen the original show and don't know how woke the original show was, that they're actually going to buy that this new show is some improvement on the original. And they didn't acknowledge the death of the creator. They just trashed him instead. It's basically on the same level as that. It's just the mentality of these people. It's like the actors in Star Trek who play the gay characters who went on, barged into a panel of the doctors from the other series when they weren't invited, and came on and said, "Oh, our show is so woke. We're playing the first gay," and John Billingsley had to sort of stand up and say, sorry, my doctor was bisexual. I was the first gay bisexual character on Star Trek, not you," because they wanted that little flag, and that's all it is to them. It's just a flag. It's just a look how woke we are. They don't actually care, which is really ironic considering these people are gay and should actually understand and appreciate how important real diversity and real representation actually is, as opposed to tokenism and this sort of bullshit. God, I could go on forever. I'm actually really disgusted by these people. I'm never going to watch the show, that's fine. I'm assuming any future version of the show will have nothing to do with these people. So hopefully when they redo the show again, this is the second time it's been redone, it's the third ThunderCats show, there will be another one, and it will respect the fans, because this shit is turning, because it's not making money, it's not making friends, it's not making fans, it's not, oh my God. I just have to, stop this video now, because it's I cannot have these people in my fucking world any longer. I just have to expel them because they're fucking evil. I mean, how do you do this? How do you make fun of one of the voice actors for one of the characters on the show that you're taking over the legacy for? and you do this pissy little. I, it's just disgusting. I hope it's the end. I hope the show is cancelled. I don't hear anything there about there being a second season. No one wanted it. No one thinks it's clever. Apparently, it's not rating well. There are, of course, the apologists who will defend it and say we're all racist and sexist and we're not into diversity because we don't like their show, because that's the standard reaction that they have to everything. But yeah, I just want it to end. I want my old franchises back. I want them back healthy, in their old diverse representative ways like they used to be, so I can enjoy them like I used to, instead of these crappy, offensive, racist, sexist, homophobic, tokenism bullshit shows that is all we have now, that just destroy the mythology, destroy everything that they consider part of the old patriarchy, and doesn't acknowledge everything they achieved, trashes it, says they've improved it, and tries to replace it with this trash. I don't know. What else more is there to say? I just feel ashamed for them. Like, what the fuck? And R.I.P. To the original actor. God, what was his name? I feel bad. I don't know his name. I wrote it down and now I've lost it. I've got too many notes. Earle Hyman. Hymes? Earle Hymes? Oh God, I never knew any of the names of the actors of this show. It's really bad, actually. But you just think of them as the characters. But yeah, I just want to say R.I.P. to Earle Hymes. I mean, he deserved better than being disrespected like that and me forgetting his name. And Larry Kenny, I have lost respect for you. I know you all need a paycheck, but this is sad. A lot of actors do this. They will disrespect their show, their character, everything, for another paycheck for another show. Patrick Stewart's doing it for Picard. A lot of people do this. I wish they had integrity. I wish they cared more about their characters and their fans and their legacy, because that's going to last a lot longer than the paycheck he gets for this one little cameo in this shit episode. I'm going to go. Sorry, Earle, because I couldn't pronounce your last name, but R.I.P. And fuck you, Larry Kenny. And fuck you, Teen Titans Go. Fuck you, Cartoon Network. I'm going to go.